Hello lovelies, my name's Joanna and I'm the designer behind Mojo Stitches, and this is my channel where I talk about stitchy stuff, so feel free to grab a coffee, grab your stitching, and yeah, let's just have a little hang. So I don't even know where to start. This has been such a busy whirlwind couple of months. I just don't even know where to start. So I guess my definition of whirlwind is pretty minor compared to what most people deal with, but you know, whirlwind for me. It's been a very busy year actually, so I have lots of lovely things to show you. I have a recap from the latest Stitching in the Mountains retreat. I have some new releases that were debuted there. They've been a bit delayed. My apologies, this video and the releases were meant to be out straight after the retreat, but I'm afraid I had a bit of a flare up and I just wasn't well enough. So yes, you know, those of you who have health challenges know that, you know, you have your plans and then things happen. So thank you for your patience, those of you who've been waiting. So yeah, it's been a really fun time. I have other things to talk about coming up. The Great Australian Shindig is coming up in January, so I get to tell you all about that. I'm hoping I remember everything. And yes, I also have a sneak peek of a new release that will be out next year. Again, that had to be delayed, so it'll be out next year. It is very early in the morning here, about, what's the time? It's 5 to 7 in the morning. I thought I would grab this time while it's quiet, and thankfully this is the first day in about a week that hasn't been aggressively hot. We've been having a bit of a heat wave. Well, I mean, normal for summer, but it's I don't like it. And today I woke up and there was rain on the roof and I'm like, oh, thank heavens. So we're hoping for a bit of a cooler day today, which is so welcome after the heat. Yeah, I've never been a fan of the heat. It just never, I always feel like I have less energy than usual, which is not much. So anyway, it's early in the morning. It's a little bit cool. The light's not great, I'm afraid, so I think my camera is a little bit fuzzy, but hopefully it will be all right. I don't even know where to start. Goodness. I guess I start with the retreat. For those of you who were there, hi! Those of you who've been before might know that twice a year, Lisa from Paddock Lane Designs and I put on these retreats called the Stitching in the Mountains retreats in Blackheath in the Blue Mountains. I live in the Blue Mountains in New South Wales, Australia, and the Blue Mountains are a beautiful place that are surrounded by a World Heritage National Park, and it's where I grew up, so it's kind of home for me. I've lived in lots of different places, but I'm back here now. And Blackheath is near the top of the mountains. I mean, mountains in Australia are hills with pretensions, really. They're not all that high compared to other places in the world, but we call them mountains. And Blackheath is near the top. My grandparents actually lived there when I was very little. So I have lots of lovely memories of being up there, and that's just one of my favourite places. And we rent out this beautiful historic guest house, and we hold the retreat there. They're very small, only fits about 45 people, and lots of whom stay in the guest house with us, so it's like a big sleepover, and others stay nearby or locals and come in and out for the day. And it's a really, I'm so proud of what Lisa and I have created, with lots of help from all our wonderful helpers and from everybody who's there who are so kind. You know, I feel like we've really created something special. It's a very relaxed retreat, and because, you know, a lot of us are staying there, it's feel like you have more time. You don't have to be rushing anywhere. You know, some people stay up really, really late and stitch. Some people like me get up really, really early. And it's just the most lovely, relaxed atmosphere. We put on a couple of classes that people are welcome to attend or not. Some people just want to come and stitch, and that's great. And it's just a lovely community with that. I just feel really, really honoured. And so grateful to everybody who came, especially grateful for our helpers, Helen and Heather and Michelle and Alex and Kim and other people who I'm sure I've forgotten, forgive me. And really just everybody who came contributed to it being such a wonderful, wonderful retreat. And I just wanted to thank you all so much. The wonderful Lisa, she does a lot of the sort of admin organising stuff, which would put me in an early grave, so bless her for that. And I do a lot of the stuff with putting the retreat bag together and, you know, the classes and things. And yes, I have such fun doing that. I literally spend 6 months. I'm planning the next one already. Oh yes, and before I forget, applications are open for the next Stitching in the Mountains retreat, which will be June. Forgive me, let me check the date. I can't remember dates if my life depended on it, so let me check it for you. Phone boobling. Okay. It is June the 27th to the 29th. 2025 is the next winter Stitching in the Mountains retreat. There is a blog post on my blog at mojostitches.com, which has the link to the form where you apply if you would like to come, and we would love to see you. And then Lisa will be in touch with more information. Even if it is full when you apply, it is worth applying because there's always cancellations at the last minute. I mean, life happens. So it is worth registering your interest if you would like. And what Lisa will do, she will be in touch and let you know if you have received a place. It's sort of first come, first served kind of thing, and the way it works with the accommodation and everything. So she organises all of that. And then she will be in touch with you. So, yeah, keep an eye out for that. And yes, we would absolutely love you to come. So yes, anyway, retreat bags and retreat projects, I thought I would show you. Like I said, I sort of plan it 6 months in advance. And I'm already buzzing with ideas for the next one. It's a matter of having to decide. It's very tricky. And I came up this time with an idea for the actual bag first, because I've been selling these little projects bags and notions bags that I use a lot myself, that are made out of recycled rice bags. So they're like, I think 95% recycled materials, which I really love, and they're really sturdy and wonderful. And we thought we'd give everybody a wonderful big shopping bag like this that they can use for all their retreat goodies going forwards. So this is the one that everybody got, and it's got a little pocket inside and everything, and it's got this great big strawberry on it that we just loved. And so we thought, strawberries, let's have a theme. So I decided to do a strawberry design because I've never done a strawberry, and I thought, oh, that would be fun. And then I could teach the class about how to put it together and everything. So I came up with a strawberry design. Now, me being me, I had to look into, maybe I'm just a bit literal, I don't know. I was looking into if we had like native strawberries or anything that I could tie in with Australian flora and fauna, because, you know, that's something that really interests me, and it's something a bit different. And I discovered, lo and behold, I had no idea. This is what I love about designing, is I get to find out new things as well. So I discovered that there is this wonderful eucalypt tree called a strawberry gum. And I know, the leaves smell like berries. It's incredible. And it was used by First Nations people for like a sweetener and also for medicinal purposes. And it's being produced now small and sustainably, and where I sourced it from was sustainable sourcing, as a wonderful food ingredient. And so I thought, oh, strawberry gum, let's have a strawberry gum strawberry. So I created this, which is the strawberry gum strawberry. It's got the beautiful, it has very, very bright green leaves and white flowers. And I did a beautiful little butterfly nearby. I've forgotten the name of the butterfly. It's something that I researched. The tree grows naturally in a small part of the Northern Tablelands in New South Wales, and this is a butterfly from nearby. I had to do a lot of research to try and find that. And as a little throwback from my last retreat, I put a little teddy bear bee in there as well. So this is my strawberry gum strawberry, and this is the design that I created for the retreat kit. And I was so inspired by this, I've decided to do a whole series called Tastes of Australia. And so not only did the retreat goers get my kit with everything in it needed to make the strawberry and even the crushed walnut shells to put in it, I also put together this lovely little bag, a little tasting pack of strawberry gum. Now in it is a little bit of strawberry gum tea, which is not only lovely to drink on its own, but quite strong, so careful with it. I wish you could just reach through and you could smell this, because it has the most incredible smell. It's kind of floral, kind of eucalypt, and kind of berry at the same time. It's really hard to explain. But anyway, the tea can be drunk on its own, but it's also it's what's called a flavor enhancer. So if you put a little bit in your favorite tea as well, it'll make the taste sort of better, which I think is incredible. So that was in the little tasting pack, as well as a little pack of, I've got one open here, so I'm just trying to find it, the powder, which is the ground up leaves that's used in cooking. Now I've got to be careful opening this because it's bright green and I don't want to spill it all over my stuff, but it's just the most incredible smell. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, it's this bright green powder, and it's used in cooking, and I've been having a play around with it, and it's just been so much fun. It's recommended to use in place of vanilla. I used it for some desserts I've been making recently for, holiday themed occasions. I mixed it in with some whipped cream and had it with like meringues and jam, and going to be making a pavlova and everything, and it's incredible. It's the most unique flavor I've tasted in a really long time, and just the idea of having a new taste you haven't had before is really exciting. So I put together this little info thing with some recipe ideas in there as well. So that was part of everybody's kit too that I had fun putting together, although I must say it was kind of fun putting together all these little packets on my little digital scale. I felt a bit like something illicit because I was putting together these little packets. It was quite funny. Anyway, that's the strawberry gum, and I just had so much fun learning about it. I found this wonderful book, highly recommended, called The First Nations Food Companion, which has got all these incredible recipes and everything to use with native ingredients. And let's just say there are going to be more in this series, and I'm really excited to be doing something really different and exciting like that. So highly recommend it if you can find the cookbook. Now, so this was the strawberry gum, and me being me, in putting together the strawberry, I watched lots of tutorials. Sorry, I need a sip of coffee. Watched lots of tutorials about putting strawberries together and different ways to finish them and everything. And me being me, I've got to do something a little bit different. So I did a different finishing for the top. I used a yo-yo, sometimes called a Suffolk puff, which is really hard to say, on top, and some of my lovely chenille trim. And I found that a really easy way to finish it. And I taught a class there, and all the people who did the class came home with a finished strawberry, and it was really exciting. So that was really fun. This design will come out next year. It's just special for the retreat people first, but there will also be more in the series of tastes in Australia, and I hope to be able to release, if I can source them, the ingredients and everything as well, so that you can have a taste when you do the designs. So that was really, really fun. So that was my main retreat design. And Lisa did a design as well of an haute tray. And I don't have one of those here because we were running short on one of them. So my take-home bag didn't get one. But that's okay. It was beautiful. Oh, I forgot to say, I used Lisa's, this was stitched in Cottage Garden threads from the Bookshelf range, which is my range with them. And stitched on Lisa's beautiful fabric from Paddock Lane Designs. This one's called Eucalypt Forest. How perfect was that? Now, so I don't have her stuff to show you as well. And she had all these bits and pieces of, scissors and things as well. So there was more in the bag that I didn't get to see. Oh, a big thank you as well to Ginger Stitcher, who donated all these lovely needle minders for us. Thank you so much. He's on Etsy, so do go check him out. And yeah, that was really fun. So now, what else was in the bag? Oh, my other. I went a little extra this time. Don't expect this every time. I'm not going to do 2 projects every time. I'll try, but we'll see. I did another project because I've been wanting to do designs that show you things to do with either those whips that have been sitting there for too long that are weighing you down and you're not going to finish, but they're just sitting there making you feel guilty, or perhaps things that are a little outdated and that you don't want to keep or display. I've been thinking of ways to kind of reuse them and upcycle them. I keep these enormous bags of offcuts and little bits and pieces that I collect from everywhere because I don't like to waste things. So I, for a while now, I've been putting together these collages and things that I do, just very simple, as a nice gift to give to people or as a way to reuse these things. And so in doing that, I created this design that the retreat goers got for free, and I held a class about how to do it and everything. And this is actually one of my new releases that almost didn't make it. I know it's a little late for you to have it for Christmas, but there'll be a reason coming up. Anyway, the design is called Oh Christmas Tree, and I've called it a Scrappy Whip Upcycling Project. And what I've done is I've put together all these other kits and everything with all the bits and pieces. This is what we created here. I've used these pre-made upcycled cotton calico bags just as a base for putting this, but you could do it just on a plain piece of fabric and frame it. All this is scraps of material that we've done in different ways. This is a old whip that I cut up. It's very liberating to cut them up. It's really fun. If you if you look carefully, this is from an early iteration of my first antique sampler, Lavinia Compton. This is from one of the beautiful flower pots there. I decided to try and stitch one of those on 32 count, and I didn't like how it looked, so this is that reused there. So I have this method for just putting together the collage really simply and then stitching it on something like this. It can be done in, I think we did it all in half an hour, everyone who came to the class. And it's a very simple, easy way of just creating something out of all those precious scraps and things that you have, that I thought would make a lovely gift if you need a last minute gift, or if you just wanted to sort of loosen up. You know, the work we do as cross stitchers is so precise and so detailed. Sometimes it's nice to do something kind of loose and kind of rough, and I don't know, it's a bit liberating. So I hope that makes sense. Anyway, I have this pattern that is released on my Etsy store now. It's going to be, as you'll see in a moment, once a year I put together a release or two that are released for my birthday that you guys get, and they're available only from my Etsy store. I only do that once a year, and this is going to be one of them. I have this just in the plain chart as a PDF, and I have a few left of the kits. I can put more kits together, so if they run out, let me know, and if I have enough materials I can put them together. I apologize that they're not, if you're going to get them posted, you won't receive them in time for Christmas, but I am hoping that won't matter, because I will be teaching a class about how to do this method and this design at the Great Australian Shindig, which is coming up in, I believe, the 26th and 27th of January. That's here. If you're in the US, it'll be the 25th and the 26th, because we're in the future. If you're not aware of the Shindig yet, this is very exciting. Lisa from Paddock Lane Designs, who's the organising genius, is putting together this wonderful weekend of stitchy fun with Australian designers and vendors and floss tubers, and it's all being done sort of over Zoom, so you can participate from anywhere in the world, and it's going to be super exciting. I will come on and do a special video about that closer to the time, but there's going to be classes that you can attend. There's going to be exclusive designs if you participate. There'll be, I think there's, I don't know how many designers. I think there's about 8 or 9 designers, including someone I know very well who is debuting, who I will tell you about closer to the time. So there are, old designers like me, and there's some newbies as well. So it's really exciting to see the Australian cross-stitch community grow. And it'll be wonderful to welcome them and to maybe introduce you to some other designers that you haven't seen before. So anyway, I will be teaching a class there once I work out how to do all of this, using this design. Now, you don't have to, have the pattern to participate. You can just come along and see the method, and it might be something that will inspire you. And I've already seen some lovely works that people who were at the retreat sent me for things that they've done inspired by the method. So that's really lovely. So anyway, that will be on my Etsy store by the time that we this video is up. And yeah, so even though it's a little late for this Christmas, I'm hoping that showing you the class in January will be inspiring and get you ready to go for next Christmas. Now, this is something that you can use with all the materials and scraps that you have, and you don't have to cut up a whip for it. You can just use fabric scraps and things for it. But I do have some that have kits that have coordinated ones like my image there. So like I said, they're available online. If you order them now, you'll get them in time before Shindig, which will be great. And until I run out, all the hard copy patterns will come with a free one of these bags that you can use. They make great little project bags, great little gift bags. And again, I'm trying to reduce the amount of plastic and everything that everybody uses. So I'll be using these for a lot of thread packs going forward. So anyway, but it is available on PDF as well. Now, it has written instructions in there with a few diagrams, but if you're a very visual person, coming along to the class will be really helpful because you'll be able to see it sort of done step by step. So that's my little shout out for the Shindig that is coming and for the class that I'll be teaching there. And yeah, it's going to be fun. So that's a Christmas tree. Something a little bit different, but I've been wanting to do some things like that for a while. I have more designs and more projects and things that will be coming with that because I think, you know, as stitchers, we're very creative people and it's nice to sort of try some different things. So you don't need any complicated sewing skills for that. It's very, very basic, loose sort of embroidery stitches that I like. You don't need any extra skill for, and you can customize to what you like and what you prefer. Anyway, that will be coming up and I will tell you more about that later. And big thank you for a dear friend who gave me this beautiful Christmas cup. So anyway, I feel like I'm rambling all over the place and we'll get to everything. Anyway, they were my projects for the retreat, and it was really fun for me to be able to teach the classes and to learn so much from other people as well, because I always do that. This is one of the wonderful things about retreats, is there are so many people with different experiences and skills and everything that you can learn from and to just share time with, and it's a lovely thing. This time we also had some other talented makers with us. Lisa was there with her shop and her designs and her beautiful fabric. Go check out her shop. It's Paddock Lane Designs and she's on Etsy as well. But we had some new makers with us this time, which was wonderful. We had the beautiful Alex from, what does she put it down as? Little Cozy Props at Etsy.com. I will put all this information down in the description box so that you can see, who has been making project bags, and I went a little bit crazy. I'm having a bit of a project bag sort of. I don't need this many project bags, but look at these. Look at these. I love these little ones in particular because they just fit my little patterns perfectly. So I was so excited about this, and she's used a lot of Tilda fabric, which I really love. I love Tilda. Look at this. I couldn't sew those straight lines if my life depended on it, so I went a little bit crazy, but we have to honor our stitching and our beautiful tools. So I don't know that she has any project bags left after this, but go follow her Etsy store and you'll find lots of lovely things there, and she's just absolutely the sweetest. So I will put the details in the description box so you'll be able to find her. And Alex is always a very calming, lovely presence to have at retreats. Just seeing her smiling there always makes me feel good. So thank you, Alex. So it was really nice to see her sort of debut all these wonderful things there. It was beautiful. And then because project bags are never enough, the wonderful Tessa from Willowbrook Threads and Fibres, she has a name now, was also there, and I nabbed a couple of her fabulous project bags. I'm a bit of a sucker for a strawberry thief, so I got this one and this one, which has little woodland animals on it, which is very me. And she has an incredible store. She's also on Etsy and on Instagram. Again, I will leave everything down there. Those of you who are big stitchers will probably recognise a lot of her stuff from Instagram. It's wonderful. She's also selling Lady Dots Creates now, which is great. I've never used any, so I'm looking forward to having a go with that. And beautiful floss rings and everything, which was very kind. She gave me that to go with my bag, which is so cool. I feel like a proper grown-up stitcher now. And also exciting, her husband has made me making a lot of woodwork things, and got these amazing scissor keep things, look like little beehives. They're incredible, but also these beautiful spools. Now, I nabbed this because I've been, well, let's just say maybe something with a spool may be coming up. This one is handmade out of casuarina wood, and it's just got the most beautiful grain in it. It's just lovely, and it smells like beeswax. It's beautiful. So these are available from her store as well, and I haven't seen these so beautifully handmade anywhere, so I was really excited to have a play with one of these, and we shall see what eventuates. So do go visit these wonderful makers, and also the wonderful makers who donated prizes for our raffle. Every time at the retreat we do we raise money for charity. Our charity is the Older Women's Network New South Wales, who do a lot of good work for supporting the rights of older women, and also very practical work like building housing. Older women are the most at-risk group for homelessness in our society at the moment, which is just appalling. And it's a real honour to be able to raise money for them. And this time we raised $540, which, you know, from a small group is just wonderful. I'm so amazing. I'm so amazed by it. And I just wanted to give a big thank you to everybody who donated for that. That included Teresa from Daisy Chain Stitchery, who donated some fabric and lovely things. She's wonderful. You'll know. Do go visit her. The wonderful Andrea Caffrey, who makes incredible stitching portfolios and project bags and things. She's only on Instagram, I believe, at PhilAnd69. Again, I will put it in the description box so you can see. Her work is incredible. I treated myself to one of her stitching sets last year for my birthday, and it's just such a joy to bring it out. So Alex donated some stuff, which was wonderful. I put some things in. Lisa donated a whole bunch of stuff. We had some very kind stitchers there who donated some kits. Big thank you to Jenny for that. We also I have a fairly talented family. My father donated one of his bird houses. My mum donated some of the beautiful woven baskets that she makes, and my aunt, who's a textile artist, donated a lot of her wonderful things for the Lucky Door prizes and stuff. I nabbed one myself. I got a prize this time. Never got a prize before, so it was just I'm really touched by everyone's generosity. So thank you for that, and do go give them some love, because we want to support the good people, don't we? Now, retreat. What else can I talk about? Oh, we were so lucky because the weekend before was just the most horrendous heat, and I was really worried that it was going to be awfully hot. And we got up there and it was fog and pouring rain, and it was like the winter came, and it's like, okay, we'll take that. It's better than the heat. So it was wonderful. We had a very mountains experience in the fog and the rain. We got some sunshine on the last day, so that was lovely, but it was the perfect stitching weather. It was just great. So I'll take that anytime. But yes, a big thank you to everybody who came, and to Lisa as well for being such a great partner in putting these together. Excuse me. It's the other things I must tell you that was so much fun. I don't know if I want to out the person who was doing this, because we didn't discover it till late. Where is it? I have one in my little baggie. Oh, I have one here behind me. It was the funniest thing. We were all having a wonderful time and exciting. You know, just being excited to be there, and, you know, learning new things and meeting new people. And every time you turned around, these little frogs showed up. Because frogging, you know, we rip it. And it was like you'd walk out of a room and you'd walk back in a room, and there'd be these little frogs everywhere. And it's like, no one's been in there. How did this happen? Are they spontaneously generating? And we just found them everywhere. And it was literally not until the last day that someone worked who it was who'd been doing this. And it was just the best fun. So I don't know if I want to out the person who is doing this. You know who you are, in case some people still don't know. But it was just the most delightful thing. So thank you so much. And thank you to everyone as well who gave me all these beautiful things. And I got so overwhelmed, I'm going to burst into tears if I show you them all. So I'm going to be terrible and not show them, because I'm just going to be a blubbering mess if I do. So a big thank you to everybody who was so kind, and, you know, it means a great deal to me. So, and to thank you for our little frog bandit, because it was just the most delightful thing. Anyway, the retreat was great. We're so lucky to have such a great spot. There are a few things that we're working on to make it even better for next time. And yeah, if you'd like to come and join us, like I said, please do fill out the form. It was just the most fun. Now, I love the retreats, but they do take a lot out of me. So as much as I'd planned to get straight back into getting the new releases out and everything, I'm afraid I had to slow down the pace a little bit just to sort of recover. So they're coming out now. Well, 2 of them are coming out now. One of them has been delayed until next year. As I mentioned before, I started this tradition last year that for my birthday, because I don't really like birthdays. I don't care about getting older or something, all the numbers or stuff. I don't even remember how old I am. But I don't like being the center of attention, so I don't really like birthdays. So I decided to make my birthdays more fun. I would give you a present. So I've decided every year to release a special project that is kind of like my choice of something that I really want to stitch that maybe shops won't like, or is a bit different, or whatever. And that will only be available for me on my Etsy store. And that's sort of a little gift to you, but it's also a really big help for me because it helps keep me viable, which is tricky in these times. So yeah, that debuted at the stitching retreat. So I will show you this year's project. Last year I did Echoes of a Garden Past, which is the big one with the lady in the garden and all the motifs and everything. And I thought, there's lots of people still working on that. No shade. It's a big piece. I thought I would do something simpler this time. And this is just something that I don't know, really appealed to me, of something just very simple and very calming that I wanted to stitch. Like, I've had this crazy busy year and I just wanted to stitch something relaxing and calming. So again, this is an antique reproduction. I'll show you the antique in a minute, but I've changed it a little bit. This is what I've called Vienna Roses. This is stitched in Cascade House embroidery silks, but there's a full DMC conversion there, and I also have thread packs on my website. I'll show you the thread pack in a minute. And I've stitched this on 32 count flax because it's quite similar to the colour of the original. And yeah, I just love stitching this. It's really, really calming, and because there's so much negative space, it actually stitches up quite quickly. And it was beautiful to play around with the different silks and to see them sort of flow around. And I also thought this would be something that'd be very easy to customize and make your own. As if you want different colored roses, feel free to do them in a different color. You know, they'd be lovely to stitch in a red or a dark pink or something, or white even. It would be really, really easy to customize that and make it your own. So I have the pattern that is available on my Etsy store now, in hard copy and in PDF. Because I'm releasing these only from my store, I can release the PDF at the same time. So that's really great for all the PDF stitches. So yeah, it's a beautiful pattern that I really enjoyed stitching. And yeah, it's 32 count I did it on, but of course you could do it smaller. But if you wanted a big piece with a lot of impact that stitches up really quick, this is a great one for that. Now, I'll show you the antique original. If I can get back far enough. This is the antique here. Now, I have made one of the greens around there just very slightly darker, just for a little bit of added definition, but the colours are very, very similar to the antique original. And I think this was just meant to be laid on a table or something. It's like a little table decoration somehow. And I called it Vienna Roses because it just reminded me somehow of sort of Vienna greenhouses or something, and the style of it as well is sort of like that bit in between Art Nouveau and Art Deco, because you've kind of got the beautiful curves and the gorgeous vases that are very Art Nouveau, and then the very graphic lines that are very Art Deco. And I've got the hiccups just talking as I do. Yeah, so I have thread packs as well. These are the beautiful Cottage Garden Cascade House thread packs. I have a limited number of these, but I can get some more. And for a limited time, it also comes with one of my beautiful postcards if you buy the thread pack. Now, dye lots, of course, are slightly different. One of the greens in this is a slightly different green than I did in my one, but it still works perfectly. And it's just this most lovely, relaxing colour palette of beautiful greens and pinks and pale golds. So I hope you enjoy stitching that. Like I said, I have a limited number of the thread packs. I will certainly get more from Robin. I would love to just have a whole bunch ready to go, but I don't have the funds to do that, so I need to do them in lots, and that works out better, I think, for Robin as well. She's a small dyer too, so having too many at once is a lot for her, and she goes through a lot of work to get them ready for retreats and everything. So thank you, Robin. So if you would like a thread pack and they're sold out, just message me, and we can get you, I can put you on the list for when the next lot are coming through. Yes, so anyway, that's my birthday present. My reverse birthday present. And I really hope you enjoy stitching it. And I was hoping, even though it is, you know, a little late for Christmas, maybe that could be a little I survived Christmas present for you. So that was my thought with that. Anyway, I would love to see how people customize it and change it and make it your own. I think that'll be really exciting. Now, the other one that the retreat attendees got to get first, they get little sneak peeks before everybody else gets them. This will be released through Needle Workshops, and because this is so close to Christmas, I've had to put it off till next year because shops are too busy and they're all shutting down over Christmas and everything. So this will be available early next year. So I was tossing up whether to show you or not, but I thought, oh no, we'll give you a sneak peek. I've had so many people stitch in the library and so enjoyed it that I have been wanting to do a second in the series for a while. And so this is the second in the series. This is called In the Greenhouse. So I will tell you more about this when it comes out, but I just wanted to give you a little sneak peek. So In the Greenhouse will be coming. Now, I've also had a big stock up on my Etsy store. I've finally got all the marketplace releases out there in PDF as well. So if you've been waiting for any of those, I have thread packs for the Cottage Garden Threads designs, including thread packs for my apple tree, which is the most gorgeous colours, like that, which is lovely. I also have the new Cottage Garden Threads colours come. If you don't know, they're going to be releasing little curated new sets of colours coming out fairly frequently going forward. You know, it's going to be exciting. This is the first one, which is called the Daydream Collection. And let me take them out so that you can see. They're doing them on little themes, and I thought Daydream was a wonderful idea. And they're a beautiful sort of coordinated palette. Now, I will be doing designs for some of these as they come out, but I may not be able to do it for all of them. It also depends in sort of when I get them. I didn't get these in time enough to have a design out at the same time. I'm hoping to for the next one, but we shall see. Anyway, let me show you the colours. This one is called Nimbus, which is a brighter kind of neutral. It's like a page turner, but brighter, which I've really been wanting one like this. So I'm really excited about that. This one is called Midnight, fabulous deep kind of navy blue. These two have only very subtle variegation. Then we have Dreamer, which is a wonderful blue-green, which has really heavy variegation. This one is called Azure, which is a medium blue with sort of medium tonal variegation. Love that colour. Then we have Dusk, which is tremendous sort of red and sort of salmony peach, and a little bit of yellow, like a beautiful, beautiful sunset. I love that. This one is called Aurora, which is a beautiful sort of soft burgundy kind of colour with beautiful tonal variegation in it. And then Reverie. Katie's good with the names. This lovely sort of peachy, pinky, salmony colour. It's a little bit like Foxing, but again, a little bit brighter. Then there is Meadow, gorgeous green. Love that. Again, with a sort of tonal variegation in it. Muse, which is a lovely kind of sagey minty green. And then last but not least is Sunbeam, which is a lovely soft yellow. So that's the Daydream collection, and again I have stock of those up on my Etsy store, limited stock. I can get more, but you know, they're all ready to go. So if you are wanting some new cottage garden threads to play with, these are the colours, and they're really, really beautiful. And they come in a cute little box like this. So that would be a really nice little present to yourself, I think. Now, what else have I got to show you? I think that's all I've got to show you, which frankly is quite enough because busyness. I'm working on the designs for Shindy coming up, so I will have you will get a booklet of free designs for coming along. The tickets are available from paddocklanedesigns.com. Again, I will leave that in the description box below. And then I think that's coming as a PDF. I have to check with Lisa. And then there will be an additional set of designs that you can purchase as well. So we're putting those together now, which will be really fun. I'm just trying to, I'm sure I've forgotten something and I've forgotten somebody, and I'm really sorry. I find it really hard to remember everything when I get in front of the camera, so please don't be deathly offended. I think that's probably enough anyway. I don't want to overwhelm you. I just wanted to send along my best wishes for those of you who celebrate Christmas and for the holidays in general. I'm hoping you get chances to spend time with friends and family, and also I'm hoping that you get some little time to decompress and to sort of get some stitchy time on your own as well. I know that these holidays are not always easy times for everybody, so you know, please do take care of yourselves as well, because you know it can be a bit of a trial. I've actually already had my family Christmas get together this year. My brother and his family were going to be away over Christmas, so we kind of had our extended family get together early, just on the weekend. And so I'm done, and I feel great about that, frankly. I love seeing all my family getting together, but it's a lot for me. So I'm done. My Christmas will be very nice and quiet, which I'm quite looking forward to. And yeah, it's done. It was really nice to see my family, all my nieces and nephews that are also grown up and tall. I got to spend some time with my sister, which was great. And yeah, to sort of see everybody, it was really fun. And we had too much very good food, which is always good. I gave them all some strawberry gum stuff to try, so that was exciting. What happened? We keep the presents kind of to a minimal thing. We started a few years ago of just, we kind of do like a secret Santa, but we know who's giving it. So we all just kind of give and received one present each, which is good for the kids, because it's a lot for them to have to give presents to everybody, you know, in this economy. So that works out really well, and I got to give a present to my lovely niece Summer. And that was really fun. Oh, and I don't have it here. My sister-in-law, who's a crocheting whiz, made me some beautiful crocheted stuff for my present. I will show you next time. That was really fun. Yeah, so that was nice, and it was just good to sort of see everybody. We don't all get together, you know, as often as we'd like, so it was a good chance. It was very hot that day, though. I do envy you, those who have cold Christmases. We have usually very hot Christmases, and it's a different beast. So we don't have, you know, roasted anything. We have salads and cold things. I did a bunch of cooking for it and everything, which was fun. Yeah, so it was fun. It was nice. I got it done early. So now I see everybody racing around doing their Christmas stuff and I'm like, oh, I'm done. I feel a bit excited that way. Anyway, I'm just rambling now. Nobody needs that. Thank you so much for your company. I have some big plans coming up for next year. I know a lot of things are very uncertain and stressful at the moment, and I consider it a great privilege to be able to create things that you guys can use to express your creativity and also to find some moments of calm and relaxation in these stressful times. So that will not stop. Whatever happens, I will be here somehow, and I hope to bring you some really wonderful things coming up this year. I'm taking a slightly different tack and having to learn how to say no so that I can concentrate on doing the best designs I possibly can for you. So yeah, anyway, I have big things coming. I'm working on lots and lots of lovely things to come up to get us through these stressful times. And yeah, I wanted to thank you for your kindness and your company and your creativity, because I can't tell you what it means to me, the lovely messages that I get from people saying that they've enjoyed stitching a piece, or someone who comes up at a retreat going, oh, look, I did this. And it's just, I'm going to start bawling. So I'm going to stop. But thank you all for your kindness and for being the lights that you are out in the world. I'm really grateful for that. Well, I shall see you again very soon. And yeah, my best wishes to you all in the meantime for enjoying the holidays. I'll see you soon.